Greetings to all who are receiving this offering of a Sufi message. Let us share this invocation by the inspiring Sufi teacher, Hazrat Piro Murshid Inayat Khan. Towards the One, the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the Spirit of guidance. We begin with these words of Hazrat Inayat Khan from the previous recording, Heart Reflections. The object of worship of the Sufi is beauty. The moral of the Sufi is understanding harmony. In what way one can harmonize with one's soul and how one can harmonize with one's fellow human being. The Sufi trains their self as the musician trains their ear to see what is harmonious and what lacks harmony in oneself and in one's dealings with others. To help us further understand harmony, Hazrat Inayat Khan says this: the natural tendency of every soul is towards harmony, and the tendency towards disharmony is an unnatural state of mind or affair. And the very fact that it is not natural makes it void of beauty. The psychology of man is such that they respond both to harmony and disharmony. They cannot help it because naturally they are made so. Mentally and physically, they respond to all that comes to them, be it harmonious or inharmonious. Now we might take a moment here to recall that in the previous teaching, Heart Reflections, we learned that in Sufi thought, the heart is a mirror. As Hazrat Inayat Khan said, whatever is reflected upon the mirror of the heart does not only remain a reflection, but becomes a creative power, productive of a phenomenon of a similar nature. So consider this in relation to the tendency of human nature to respond to both harmony and disharmony. The mirror of the heart receives the outer conditions it faces as a reflection, whether it be harmonious or disharmonious. If this outer condition we face is disharmonious, and if we hold this impression of disharmony in our heart, how do we respond in that situation? Hazrat Inayat Khan offers us further thought on this, saying, the teaching of Christ, resist not evil, is a hint not to respond to disharmony. For instance, a word of kindness, of sympathy, an action of love and affection finds response. But at the same time, a word of insult, an action of revolt or hatred, that creates response too. And that response creates more disharmony in the world. By giving way to disharmony, one allows disharmony to multiply. At this time, when one sees in the world the greatest unrest and discomfort pervading all over, where does it come from? It seems that it is from the ignorance of this fact that disharmony creates disharmony and will multiply disharmony. So if Sufi training is a process of tuning, like a musician trains their ear, we might consider this as tuning in to ourselves, observing and listening to the character of the thought or feeling that is impressed upon the mirror of our heart. I'm going to tell on myself a little bit here. In a recent interaction with a friend, I was made aware that a quality or tone of my responses in a conversation was hurtful and offensive. I was producing disharmony. This shows that our interaction with another is also a reflection back to us from the mirror of their heart about the condition of our own heart. This reflection allowed me to see and to feel that my character was like the prick of thorns, and I was reminded of Hazrat Inayat Khan's words. When a person has to live among people of every different kind, they must make their own character soft as a rose, make it even finer so that no one can be hurt by the thorns. So the responsibility is here. If we imagine our heart as a mirror, then through the contemplation of this teaching, we may look in that mirror and ask ourselves, what is the reflection or the impression upon the mirror of my heart? As we interact with others in daily life, we might observe, what are we reflecting outward? Is it a quality of beauty and harmony, or is it disharmonious? Am I responding to disharmony with more disharmony? How might I develop harmony within my heart so that I may respond to disharmony with harmony? Through meditation, we might concentrate upon our divine ideal. Whatever our spiritual tradition, we may invoke a sacred name. We may offer a prayer, invoking the feeling, the vibration of beauty within our divine ideal, bringing that into our heart. If we gaze upon something that inspires beauty within us, we may turn the quality and character of that ideal of beauty toward the mirror of our heart so that it may be reflected upon it. Attuning to beauty, we soften our character, our ego, making it as soft and graceful as the petals of the rose. And so, the harmony that is within beauty may be reflected upon our heart and reflect from our heart towards others. May our contemplation of this teaching, our conscious awareness of the reflections in the mirrors of our heart, and our tuning to our divine ideal of beauty, guide us toward deeper understanding of harmony, so that harmony may multiply in the world.